All right, so I believe we're live, and I want to welcome everyone to another town hall meeting where I expect the theme is going to be masks. But before we get started, I think we have something really important that we need to do, and I would welcome everyone to unmute themselves to celebrate our village manager's daughter's birthday, Anika. And we're going to sing happy birthday to Anika. And, we love having her in the village. So with that, let's start. Happy birthday to you.
To you. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, Anika. Happy birthday to you.
There's such a wicked delay on this WebEx, but that's okay.
See, dissonance is okay in these times. So, all right, yeah. So, Anika, have a great birthday. So I want to highlight at the beginning of this meeting one of the initiatives that the village is moving forward with, because I don't think we're dropping the ball, and I think we're being proactive about our safety, and that is the ambassadors that are going to be hanging out downtown Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Passing out masks and helping educate people about why we want them to wear masks and distance and use hand hygiene and all of that. And so I will say we don't have a lot of volunteers right now. I think we have about 6, and I would love for folks to step up. I understand that not all of us feel comfortable about the public facing aspects of this pandemic, but we would love to have that welcoming committee built out and basically put masks on people's faces. And so just let me know. I want to basically make sure we have like a lot of mask ambassadors downtown. And with that, I want to pass it off to Chief Carlson to talk about how our police department is supporting these initiatives.
Thank you, Brian. Good evening, everyone. The police department, we've been having good success politely offering folks with masks that we see that aren't wearing them. We're simply saying, hi, folks, would you like a mask? It's been very positive. We have not had any incidents. So far, we've given about 150 masks out. I'm still very pleased at the numbers that Yellow Springs is not showing regarding positive COVID cases. I think that's a testament to the work that as a team and the village we've done since the inception of the pandemic. And don't ever hesitate to contact the police department if you have any issues or would like an officer to offer groups or folks that aren't wearing masks. We're in full support of the Ambassador Initiative Friday, Saturday, and Sunday from 12 to 6. Officers will be in town to assist as well. And we hope that everyone has a wonderful weekend. Thank you. And back to you, Brian.
Thank you, Brian. And actually, I realized I fell down on my job because Josue is always so great about emphasizing the numbers. And Brian, you referenced a few things. I think one thing that's really important to note is we are now 4 weeks into opening downtown, and there have been no new cases of COVID-19. Very important. The second thing is, and we were trying to figure out how to do it, on this meeting, but I think we're just going to have to share the link later, is the numbers around Ohio and I guess cases per 100,000, the number seemed to be 6.7 for Ohio. Montgomery County, and I know we're going to be talking about their initiative with masks, is 9.8 per 100,000. Greene County, or I'm sorry, that was Montgomery County, not Dayton, Montgomery County. Greene County is 2.2 per 100,000. And that highlights the fact that we are like a third of the levels that we're seeing across the state. That doesn't mean that we, shouldn't take things seriously and understand that we're a destination community, and we're going to talk more about that. But it does highlight to me the fact that we're doing well, and the things that we have initiated are making a difference. So I look forward to being grilled about all of this in a few minutes, but I'm going to turn it over to Chief Altman.
Thank you, Brian. Miami Township Fire Chief Colin Altman coming to you live this evening from Joe Beef Restaurant in beautiful Montreal, Quebec, Canada. That's Je Boeuf for the French speakers out there. And I am here this evening with noted Canadians Brian Adams, Justin Bieber, Catherine O'Hara, Dan and Eugene Levy, Celine Dion, and of course, WYSO General Manager Luke Dennis, who's late this evening. He's stuck in some illicit maple syrup exchange. I'll have to talk to Chief Carlson about that later. We'll see how we can get him out of that one. We're here partially to wish everyone a happy Canada Day. It's Canada Day, July 1st day. This is the day they celebrate, I believe, the development of poutine in Canada, and it's a great day. So to all my Canadian friends, I say happy day, Hoser. And we also want to talk about the numbers, like Council President Hausch was saying. We, okay, I'm getting texts from Canadians. Okay. The numbers are up in the state of Ohio. It was a significant increase in the last 24 hours today, 1,076 cases. So that's not trending in the direction we want to. We're not as bad as some states, and those states know who they are. But the bottom line is we're not done yet. And anyone who tells you on Facebook or walks up to you in Walmart and says, hey, you shouldn't be wearing no mask, they're not correct. This thing is still very real. It's still out there, and we need to do everything that we've been doing. Realistically, we're probably going to have some more cases pop up here in Yellow Springs. It's just the way it is. We can never stop it, but we need to wear our masks. We need to socially distance. We need to stay home when we're feeling sick. We need to clean our hands. The village has made it so easy to sanitize your hands. What are there, 17, 18 stations around the downtown? There's even one Dollar General. So sanitize, stay distant, wear your mask. If you don't have one, the ambassadors will give you one. They even have diplomatic immunity, so they can do illicit maple syrup exchanges and still get away with it. So wear your mask, people. I would also be remiss in not doing my fire chiefly jobs and reminding everyone that this weekend is Independence Day. That's Saturday, in case you weren't paying attention. And while we don't have any big formal shebangs here in the village, we do have to remind people, fireworks are illegal in Ohio. Only licensed contractors can launch them. Sparklers, they seem just, they're so much fun, right? Every year, I'm always amazed by people who give them to their 2-year-old to run around with. These things burn at 2,000 degrees. I got this scary stat. 19,000 people went to the hospital last year with sparkler injuries. So no sparklers. Use glow sticks instead. They're cooler. You can go to a rave. Everything looks better. So watch out for fireworks. And if you're grilling, be safe. 22,000 people went to the emergency room in the United States due to grill accidents. Who knew? So be careful. We're here if you need us, but hopefully you don't need us. We're here all weekend, so we'll come on out and haul you off to the hospital if you need to, but let's not go that route. I think that's all I've got. Looks like the maple syrup exchange is done, so we can begin eating our feast of poutine. and other such fun things. So if there's nothing else for me, I will toss it right back to you, Mr. President.
Canada, thank you. Yeah, I appreciate that. And honestly, what I heard is that you were very productive in terms of answering questions that have been coming up in the chat. So thank you, Chief. And I also want to highlight that we at this point are very interested in making sure that we are moving forward with positive interactions. As Chief Altman said, the welcoming ambassadors will have diplomatic immunity, and we know that they're going to create positive communications with folks. I am quite confident that education is still a part of what we're doing in this COVID-19 crisis. And so the fact that, people and, I'm going to be sharing something about the compliance approach versus the deterrence approach to enforcement. One of the things I've learned is that these kinds of policies are unclear for folks. And as we've talked about, there is, this sort of disconnect with other communities around us about mask wearing. We also know that, unlike Greene County, Montgomery County Public Health has decided masks should be required. So there are a lot of variables that we're trying to deal with. That being said, and I think this will, preempt or I guess open up the questions. We, as a council, have committed to continually assessing what's going on. And if we're not seeing the compliance that we want, then if we need to step up the measures, we will. That being said, the whole ordinance resolution, cry really does not address what we want to do, which is change behavior and make sure that people are doing what we want to do, which is distancing, facial coverings, sanitizing. And that being said, I know that we all have different opinions about, what are the best enforcement mechanisms, but from everything that we've been looking at, and I think this is supported by Greene County Public Health, the positive message that this is what we expect you to do in Yellow Springs is working, and that's what we want to continue to push forward. And that's what the Ambassador Initiative is about this weekend. And so I'd love for folks that don't feel compromised health-wise to step up and actually make a difference. So with that, I'm going to open it up to questions. Do we have any, Phil? Wow. All right. So it seems like we must have handled it all. So yeah. So Chiefs, I appreciate you guys, and I also am really excited about this weekend and about getting masked out. One of the things we're excited about is that we're going to, in this initiative, also support our local businesses that are protecting our citizens and keeping them safe. So we are distributing their masks through funds, from people that have been donating to support COVID and, whatnot. So it's going to be cool. And, the whole thing is mask on Yellow Springs. So yeah, be creative, be cool. Find yourself here. Yes. Love it, Colin. So, yeah, thanks everyone. And yeah, we'll stay in touch.